So you're thinking about making a move to Maryland, but you're wondering, hey, what am I not going to like about living in Maryland? In this video today, I'm going to break down 5 items that you really should know. And quite honestly, they're cons of living here in Maryland, but they're really things that personally bug me, and I would think they would probably bug you too. So if that's the info that you're looking for today, stay tuned. We're getting after it right now. What's up, everyone? This is Adam Taylor with the Relentless Home Group of Cummings & Company Realtors right here in Baltimore. Hey, if this is your first time to our channel and you're looking to learn everything about Maryland, great news. You're in the right spot. We do videos talking about living here, working here, commuting here, chilling, going out, and so much more. So if that's the info that you're looking for, look, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give the little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time we put out another video. Now, right now, we've got folks from all over the world reaching out to us day, evening, night, any time of the day, looking to make a move here to Maryland, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, whether now, 8 months from now, we want to be a part of it and help you out with that transition, but we need one thing from you, and that's for you to reach out to us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, fan us down with that smoke signal, whatever you need to do. Hey, we got your back when moving right here to Maryland. Now, in the past, I've done pros and cons videos, and many others have, for that matter, out there on YouTube. You can read blogs about the pros and cons of Maryland, but let's go a layer deeper, because if you're making the transition and uprooting your family to come to Maryland, you really want to hear firsthand from someone who lives here right now what you may not like before you make that commitment to come here to Maryland. So with that said, here's the first con that you need to be aware of, and it's one that unfortunately none of us in Maryland can escape. And that is the high cost of living in Maryland. Now, ironically, CNBC reports that Maryland has the highest concentration of millionaires. I guess that's a free pass for our governor and the state legislator to tax us to death, because you know what? Our taxes are high, our utility bills are high, housing costs are extremely high, even things down to HOA dues in the communities that we all live in are extremely high. So my friends, here's the deal. You need to be prepared for an increased cost of living. Now, are we as high as places like New York City or even LA on the West Coast? No, we're not. However, just be prepared. It's not going to be as, as cheap and economically friendly in the areas that have the highest concentration of people living in. Basically, that stretch from Baltimore down to DC is the highest area or highest cost area in Maryland to live. The second item that I really want to jump into and talk to you about is this. And my goodness, this has been a pet peeve of mine for eons, and I'm finally taking action on it. And it's sad to say, but it's the amount of trash that you see along the roadways. You see when you're going to Orioles or Ravens games down in Baltimore, when you're down at the beach in Ocean City and you're on the boardwalk and you see trash blowing across it, okay? Let's face it, there's trash, and it really bugs the crap out of me. I take my dog for a walk each and every day, and I live in a suburb just outside of Baltimore, but I'll take a grocery bag around with me to pick up garbage. I walk by my daughter's school each and every day, and to think that people are littering on a school property, it's nothing for them to litter on a city street. So during COVID, this was really bad, especially down in parts of Baltimore City. The pictures that you would see on the news, and when I was showing houses in the city, it wasn't good to see. Like, just stacks and stacks of trash in the city. And thankfully, COVID is over. Everyone's back to work, and that problem has dissipated quite a bit. But hey, I like things clean. I'm sure you like things clean too, but I want to make you aware of that, because quite honestly, some parts of it are disgusting, and that's why I do my part to try and get out there and just pick up the little bit that I can, at least to make my daughter's school a little bit better and help out the environment. But be prepared, my friends. I'm not saying it's a total slum, though I'm sure some knucklehead's probably going to comment here that Baltimore's an absolute disaster. Go ahead. I don't care. It's been said before. Now, in this video, I want this to be an active video. I want active participation from you folks that are watching this, and more importantly, you locals or folks that have just recently moved to Maryland. What's one thing that you don't like that I may leave off the list here? Do me a favor, comment down below and share what someone should know about living here. So let's jump into number 3, and that is you may have to commute over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. A lot of business in the Baltimore metro area is slowly expanding south towards Washington, D.C., areas like Fort Meade, Annapolis, etc. And what folks are choosing to do is to live on Maryland's eastern shore over in places like Queen Anne's County, right on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Now, here's the deal with the bridge. The bridge is from one end to the other 4.3 miles long and has a span, or I should say the height of the bridge is 186 feet. Personally, I don't like going over bridges. And if you don't like going over bridges, this sucker is going to spook the heck out of you. There are folks that actually sit, like almost like Uber drivers, that will hop in your car, drive themselves over onto the other side of the Bay Bridge for you, and essentially help you get across the Bay Bridge if you have a fear of heights. So in your home search, you're going to want to stay on the western side of the Bay Bridge if you don't want to commute where most of the jobs are. So just be prepared. You may have to commute over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. 4th thing you need to be aware of are the bugs and the critters that we have here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now, I've talked about how humid it can get here in the summertime, and it's no joke. I'll tell you a recent story. Just a few weeks ago, took my family camping. You know, my kids love going camping. We have a camper, and we went down to the eastern shore to camp. And boy, oh boy, did my son get attacked by bugs. He got so many mosquito bites on him. Guys, look, it looked like he had flippin' chicken pox. He had so many bites on him. And if I can find a photo, I'll probably try and put it in here just to show it to you. But the bugs here in the summertime are no joke. I mean, let's think back just over the last few years. We've had stink bugs that pretty much invaded the Baltimore metro area. Last year, the cicadas came out. That happens once every 17 years. And this year's bug of the year is the Japanese lanternfly. And basically, we are being told to kill these things because they are going to destroy our crops and everything around us. Now, that's the bug side of things. What else can you see here? Well, you can see deer, raccoon, you could see fox. They're kind of cool when you catch them on your security cams because they just kind of like snoop all over your property. You'll see snakes once in a while. Typically, it's just a black snake, but you're not going to see anything crazy. There's not going to be any like alligators or, I mean, there has been a coyote sighting or two and even a bear sighting in Western Maryland. So I won't totally squash those. But for the most part, it's just small stuff really that you need to be concerned about. But do be aware, if you don't like bugs, I don't like bugs at all. Like, it looks like I'm trying to like smack my leg or my arm during the summer and you think I'm trying to do some TikTok dance or something. Who knows? But nevertheless, be prepared with your bug spray and bug net if you need it, because it's buggy here. All right, if you are finding value in this video, hey, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like button down below. It's the one with the thumbs up. Here's why I need you to do that. Because if you hit that like button, it's going to work with the YouTube algorithm to get this video to other people that are looking to learn information about living in Maryland. So please consider hitting that like button down below. Don't forget to comment. Those of you that are Marylanders living here or recently transitioned here, you're Marylanders now too, by the way. Put down what's the one thing that people should know before they move here to Maryland. Drop it down in the comments below. And then the final thing, if you haven't done so, if this is content you want to see ongoing, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. Now let's jump into our last and quite honestly, I think it's the biggest item that you need to be aware of before making a transition here to Maryland. And it's the fact that we have a tremendously weak judicial system, in my opinion. Let's put that in air quotes, in my opinion. Here's why. I mean, for goodness sake, we got shows like The Wire. I mean, people walking around down on the, Inner Harbor thinking like Omar's coming to get them. Like they're hearing, like Omar's coming, and trying to run. Guys, look, it's not the case. Now, do we have bad people here in Maryland, from Baltimore all the way down to Ocean City? Yeah, we've got them, okay? So does every other state. But the thing is, we also have the power, once we become Maryland residents, to elect the officials that prosecute these knuckleheads that are committing the crimes in and around the Baltimore metro area. And like I said, I don't think they're getting stiff enough penalties. And they're not getting stiff penalties because we really don't have the space for them. The Baltimore City Jail is overcrowded. The other, detention centers, et cetera, throughout the county and state are also, near capacity. And what happens is they give these folks lesser sentences and they're back out committing the same stinking crimes that they did in the first place to get them locked up the first time. Now, my friends, look, Maryland is home. It's a great state to live. Look, I put it right on my shirt. I wear this shirt with pride because I love being a Marylander. I'm not going anywhere for many, many years. And I would not imagine or could not imagine living in any other place but Maryland because, quite honestly, I love it. I mean, what place or what area can you get to the beach, to the mountains, on the Chesapeake Bay, within a few-hour drive from one point of the state to the opposite end of the state? There's not many out there. Maybe California. That's about all I can think, or even Hawaii. But what's the cost of living in Hawaii and California? Nevertheless, that's another video. Maryland's a great spot to live. It is a safe place to live. But we need to hold these elected officials accountable for putting away the people that are doing bad things here. So I'll get off my soapbox about it because I do get pretty heated about that because I want my kids to grow up, raise their families here, and be able to celebrate with, I guess it would be my grandkids at that point, doing the same things that I've shown my children and had the ability to do. Well, there you go. Look, if a move to Maryland is in your future, as I always mention, my team and I, we would love to help you out in your transition here. But we need one thing from you, and that's for you to reach out to us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, or fan us down the smoke signal. Whatever you need to do, we got your back when moving here to Maryland. From Baltimore, down the bay, all the way to the beaches in Ocean City, we got you covered. Until the next video, my friends, I will catch you later.